Have you ever pondered the profound question, what does it mean when we say the circle of life? This concept, often heard in songs, movies, and literature, is more than just a phrase. It's a fundamental principle that shapes our understanding of the world and our place within it. We begin our journey by unraveling the concept of the circle of life, which is essentially the process through which life moves from birth, through existence, to death, and ultimately, rebirth. This cycle is as old as time itself and is a pattern that repeats in every corner of our natural world. It's a continuous loop, a never-ending cycle that signifies the interconnectedness of all living things. Step into the world of a simple seed. The seed germinates, grows into a plant, blooms, and then produces seeds of its own. This is the circle of life in action. The plant lives, it dies, but through its seeds it is reborn, continuing the cycle. The same principle applies to the animal kingdom. An animal is born, it lives its life, it dies, but leaves behind offspring that ensure the survival of its species. Even when an animal dies, it contributes to the circle of life. Its body decomposes, providing nutrients to the soil that will help plants to grow. The circle of life isn't just about individual organisms, though. It also applies to entire ecosystems. A forest, for instance, goes through cycles of growth, destruction, and regeneration. A forest fire might seem devastating, but it also clears the way for new growth, continuing the cycle. Now let's look at our planet as a whole. The Earth itself is a part of the circle of life. It goes through cycles of heating and cooling, of ice ages and warm periods. These cycles have been happening for billions of years, shaping the world as we know it today. In essence, the circle of life is about cycles, about continuity, about the interplay of life and death. It's about the recognition that everything in our world, from the smallest microorganism to the largest mountain range, is connected in a complex web of life. To summarize, the circle of life is a fundamental principle that governs the natural world. It is the process by which life moves from birth to death and then to rebirth. This concept applies to individual organisms, ecosystems, and the Earth as a whole. It's a continuous loop that highlights the interconnectedness of all living things. Understanding the circle of life gives us a new perspective on our world. It reminds us that we are all part of a larger whole, interconnected and interdependent. It's a reminder of the transient nature of life, but also of the continuity that exists within this transience. It's a concept that is both humbling and empowering. So the next time you hear the phrase the circle of life, remember the profound meaning behind these simple words. It's a reminder of our place in the world, of our interconnectedness with all other life forms, and of the beautiful, continuous cycle that is life itself. So, let's appreciate and respect the circle of life. After all, we are all part of this incredible cycle, and in understanding it, we can better understand our place in the world and our responsibility towards it.